So Teresa and I had this experience a little bit ago, and I wanted to ask you all if maybe you've had something like it. Okay, so Teresa, Ken, and I were volunteering at this local event, and there was this big brainstorming session in which we were working out all the problems, and this leader guy, well, every time I made a suggestion, he kind of just glossed over it and then asked if anybody else had any suggestions, almost as if what I had said wasn't worth discussing, or maybe that I didn't even matter, which would be even worse. And Teresa was having the same experience, and so we were getting really confused and frustrated. And Ken was getting frustrated too because he liked our ideas. So he repeated them so that they could be heard, and the guy heard them. And then he said, "Great idea, Ken. Oh, that's exactly what we were looking for, Ken." And I was like, what is going on? So we tried an experiment. And I would say something, and then a minute later, Ken would say the exact same thing, word for word. And the leader would hear Ken and say, "Great idea, Ken," and not even acknowledge that I had spoken at all. So what's up with that? International Women's Day is this week. And you all know that this is one of my favorite days of the year. So I've been really trying to think of a vlog that I could do that would truly honor all the amazing women across the world. Mothers and daughters and sisters and aunts and grandmothers, the humanitarians, the scientists who have made this world a better place. The artists who make sense of all the things, and the inventors that move us forward. These are the women that remind us that we have choices. But no matter what I think about, I just keep coming back to you and me and the day-to-day. And the strength it takes sometimes to just be heard, to be recognized at all. I felt pretty bad in that brainstorm. I wanted to quit and go home. And I don't do quit, but I wanted to quit. Ken and Teresa wouldn't let me because the cause that we were there for was a really important cause, and my ideas were good, and this leader guy probably didn't even know what he was doing. So we stayed. But Teresa and I made a point of making sure that we were heard by supporting each other. And I would say, "Oh, Teresa, that was such a great idea. Did you hear what Teresa just said?" Or she would be like, "Oh, yes, like Barbie was saying, I think that's really interesting." And I think it actually made a little bit of a difference. We talk a lot about strong women who have made it, but I think we need to talk about the day-to-day stuff too. We need to keep shedding light on the small things that could defeat us, and we need to make sure that they don't. By speaking up for each other always, and by letting each other know that we're not alone in what we're feeling, and by staying in the conversation. And bit by bit, I believe we really can make a difference, like these women that we admire so much. So to us, the women around the world, who I just want to squeeze in a big hug, positive attitude really can change everything. Step by step, arm in arm, we will give each other a voice, and that is power. P.A.C.E.
Hi, thanks so much for watching. Check out what I made. We have had so much fun on this vlog. I'm so grateful for each of you, and I can't wait to show you everything we have in store. That's what the blank space is for.